a radio host from SiriusXM, is facing criticism after being deemed unprofessional when interviewing BTS's Jin. The interview was conducted to promote Jin's solo album, Happy. Criticism arose due to attitudes that were considered less respectful and not focused on the interview, such as cutting off Jin's answers or inserting questions that fans deemed irrelevant. This sparked a negative reaction from AIMY, who considered the broadcaster to have to show respect for Jin as an artist. In the interview, the broadcaster was deemed insensitive to Jin culture and language. One of the main criticisms came from ARMY, who felt that the broadcaster showed a condescending attitude by interrupting Jin's explanation or making irrelevant comments. The situation sparked discussion on social media, with many fans asking for more respect for Jin and other K-pop artists during international interviews. This context also highlights the importance of inclusive and professional interviews, especially when involving artists who speak different languages or who have a global audience. Following on from Jin's interview incident on SiriusXM, fans highlighted how important etiquette is in interviews with global artists like BTS. In this case, many felt that the broadcaster lacked respect for cultural differences and the importance of giving Jin space to convey his thoughts comfortably. This reaction is an example of how fans often become advocates for their artists, ensuring they are treated with respect. ARMY also used social media platforms to show support for Jin, with positive messages and discussions about the importance of creating a friendlier environment during international media interactions. Apart from receiving criticism for her unprofessionalism, this situation also gave rise to a wider discussion about how non-Western artists are often treated differently in international media. Many fans emphasized that Jin remained professional and polite during the interview, despite the less than supportive attitude from the announcer. ARMYs have been actively sharing interview clips and encouraging discussions about the importance of equality in the global entertainment industry. They called for better training for broadcasters in handling cross-cultural interviews. Apart from that, they also continue to show support for Jin through positive messages and hashtags, showing their love for him. In response to the interview controversy, many fans asked that international media give more respect to non-Western artists. Jin himself remained calm and professional during the interview, which made fans even more amazed at his attitude. Additionally, discussion of this incident brings a spotlight to the challenges K-pop artists often face in navigating global media platforms, including cultural differences and expectations. Meanwhile, Jin also used this interview to share stories about his album Happy, which was inspired by his desire to bring happiness to his fans. He also conveyed a warm message to the other BTS members, showing their closeness even though they were carrying out solo activities. This interview, although it received criticism, managed to attract great attention from fans and provided an opportunity for Jin to talk about his work. You can watch it in full via the SiriusXM app. In the interview, Jin discussed many interesting things about his album, Happy, which is his solo debut. He explained that this album reflects his thoughts on happiness and his dedication to bringing happiness to fans. Jin mentioned that the inspiration for this album came from his desire to channel positive energy and provide something meaningful for AIMY. Apart from talking about his album, Jin also conveyed a touching message to the other BTS members. He expressed gratitude for their support during his solo activities and noted that their relationship remains close even though they currently have their own schedules. The interview also showcased Jin's laid-back side, where he shared light-hearted stories, like his love for white t-shirts and keychains. BTS Jin's interview on SiriusXM highlights his career journey, the inspiration behind his solo debut album Happy, and reflections on happiness. Jin revealed that this album was made with the aim of giving happiness to his fans. He shared how his creative process was heavily influenced by his desire to channel positive energy and provide a warm experience for AIMY. In the interview, Jin also talked about his experiences after completing military service, which influenced his perspective on life and career. He added a personal message for the BTS members, emphasizing how much he values their relationship, even though they are currently focused on their respective solo activities. This interview also shows Jin's relaxed side, as he jokes about the simple things he likes, including his collection of white t-shirts. For more complete information, this interview can be watched exclusively on the SiriusXM platform. Here are some interesting points from Jin BTS's interview on SiriusXM. Regarding the Happy album, 1. Album inspiration, Jin explained that the album Happy is a reflection of his journey over the past few years, including the life lessons he learned during his military service. He hopes his album can be a little comfort for fans who are facing life's challenges. 2. Post-military life. Jin shared that his military service experience taught him to appreciate the simple moments in life more. He expressed his gratitude for being able to return to work and be creative after a long break. 3. Relationships with BTS members. Jin talked about the support he received from other BTS members during his solo career. He emphasized that even though they are busy with their respective projects, their relationship remains close and supports each other. 4. Message of happiness. This album centers on the theme of happiness, both for himself and fans. Jin said he wants his music to be a reminder that happiness can be found in small, everyday moments. In the interview, Jin also talked about the challenges he faced during the process of making the Happy album. He revealed that although this album has a theme of happiness, there were many personal and emotional moments behind its creation, including the feelings that came after his military service experience. Jin feels that this album provides an opportunity to get closer to his fans by sharing a different side of himself that has never been explored before. One of the highlighted moments in the interview was when Jin talked about his involvement in every aspect of the album, from writing the lyrics to the recording process. Although he felt a little anxious about his solo debut, Jin expressed that he was happy to be able to show this very personal work to AIMY. For those interested in hearing more about this interview, you can find it on the SiriusXM app.